In the year 536 AD, something happened that no one could explain. The sun began to fade. At first it was subtle. A strange haze hung in the sky. The light looked weak, pale, almost sickly. But days passed, and it didn't clear. Across the Eastern Roman Empire, people noticed the same thing. The sun gave off light without brightness. It was as if the world was trapped behind a thin veil. The historian Procopius wrote that the sun gave forth its light without brightness, like the moon. It wasn't poetic exaggeration, it was fear. For 18 months the sun dimmed, summer turned cold. Snow fell in places where it never had before. Crops failed across Europe, harvests collapsed in Asia. In Ireland, chronicles would later record a failure of bread. In China, summer frost destroyed fields. In the Middle East, famine began to spread. The world was growing colder. Modern scientists now believe a massive volcanic eruption, possibly in Iceland or North America, sent enormous amounts of ash into the atmosphere. The particles circled the globe, blocking sunlight. But in 536, no one understood that. To the people living through it, it felt like the end. Fields produced almost nothing. Grain prices soared. Parents watched children weaken from hunger. Livestock died in the cold. Entire villages emptied. Famine does not kill quickly. It stretches out suffering. First comes weakness, then disease, then silence. As food disappeared, immune systems collapsed. And as if the dimmed sun wasn't enough, something far worse was coming. 5 years later, in 541 AD, a ship arrived in the Egyptian port of Pelusium. On board were rats, and on those rats were fleas. Inside those fleas was a bacterium that would unleash one of the deadliest pandemics in history. It would later be known as the Plague of Justinian, named after the Byzantine Emperor Justinian I. Constantinople, the capital of the Eastern Roman Empire, was one of the largest cities in the world. Crowded, dense. Perfect for disease, the plague moved fast. Victims developed fever and chills. Then painful swellings, black infected lymph nodes called buboes, appeared in the groin, armpits, and neck. Delirium followed. Some died within days. At its peak, thousands were dying every single day in Constantinople alone. Bodies piled up in the streets. Mass graves overflowed. The emperor himself became infected. For a moment, it seemed the empire would collapse entirely. Trade routes shut down. Armies weakened. Farms were abandoned. Tax revenue disappeared. Entire regions were left half empty. This wasn't just a disease. It was a societal breakdown. Historians estimate that the plague may have killed 25 to 50 million people across Europe, North Africa, and Asia, possibly half the population of some regions. And it came after years of famine caused by the dimmed sun. For many, it must have felt biblical. Darkened skies, crop failure, disease, death. The Roman world had already been fractured by invasions and political instability. Now nature itself seemed to be finishing the job. The great reconquest campaigns of Justinian, his attempt to restore the Roman Empire to its former glory, slowed and faltered. Armies could not sustain themselves. Cities never fully recovered. Some historians argue that the events beginning in 536 marked the true beginning of the Dark Ages. Tree ring data shows dramatically reduced growth beginning that year. Ice core samples from Greenland reveal massive volcanic deposits. The evidence is written not just in texts, but in the planet itself. Today, scientists sometimes refer to 536 as the worst year to be alive. Imagine standing in that world. The sun dim but never gone, harvest after harvest failing, rumors spreading of a sickness that blackens the body. Church bells ringing constantly for the dead, the sky offering no comfort. For nearly a decade, humanity endured a chain reaction of catastrophe. Climate disaster followed by pandemic. Empires weakened, borders shifted. The balance of power across Europe and the Mediterranean changed permanently. And yet, people survived, civilizations adapted. Cities rebuilt. The Byzantine Empire endured for centuries more. Humanity did what it always does. It continued. But for those who lived through it, 536 must have felt like the moment the world broke. No explosion, no single dramatic event, just a slow creeping darkness, a dim sun, empty fields. and the quiet tolling of bells over a dying empire.